6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headline: Pakistan and Saudi Arabia's strategic mutual defense agreement has garnered widespread acclaim across the political, social and business spheres. Pakistan and Iran have decided to further enhance bilateral trade and border cooperation. The Minister for Petroleum has stressed on developing a robust strategic communication framework to keep the public informed about developments in the petroleum sector. The security forces have neutralized 4 Indian-sponsored terrorists in Khuzdar. The Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir administration has placed the All Parties Hurriyat Conference and People's Democratic Party leaders under house arrest to prevent their participation in Professor Abdul Ghani Bhatt's last rites. T20 Asia Cup, Sri Lanka will take on Afghanistan in Abu Dhabi this evening. And now the news in detail. Political, social and business circles have hailed the strategic mutual defense agreement between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, describing it a guarantor of regional peace, security and sustainable development. In a statement, the acting chairman of the Senate, Saidal Khan, said the pact would further strengthen the brotherly ties between the two nations and open new avenues of progress and stability across the region. In a statement, the National Assembly Speaker, Sardar Ayaz Sadiq, commended both the countries for taking a constructive step towards strengthening bilateral ties and deepening strategic collaboration. He said the entire nation takes immense pride in the visionary leadership of the Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif and the Chief of the Army Staff, Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir. Pakistan People's Party Senator Sherry Rahman has also applauded the Saudi Arabian generous hospitality towards Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif, describing the new defense arrangements as a decisive move that will further solidify the two nations' relationship. Talking to a private news channel, she said the defense cooperation marks a strong vote of confidence in Pakistan's strategic potential with far-reaching implications for regional stability. The President Asif Ali Zardari today visited the Urban Operations and Management Center of Urumqi, where he was received by the Mayor of Urumqi and the Vice Governor of Xinjiang. The President and his delegation were briefed about the centre, which digitally links more than 30 municipal departments and delivers over 200 services to the citizens. Asif Ali Zardari took keen interest in the integrated digital platform and appreciated the vision of those who planned and operated. He said such an approach to city management provides valuable lessons for Pakistan. He expressed the hope that urban planners in Pakistan would draw inspiration from this model and develop systems suited to local needs. The acting president, Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani, has emphasized to expand ties between Pakistan and the Maldives across various sectors, including trade, tourism, education and health. He was talking to a delegation from the Maldives led by the Speaker of the People's Majlis, Abdul Rahim Abdullah. Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani highlighted Pakistan's ability to meet the Maldivian demand for textiles, rice, cement, meat, fruits, vegetables and pharmaceuticals, and reiterated Pakistan's interest in strengthening defense cooperation. On regional matters, the acting president reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to promoting peace and cooperation in South Asia and reviving SAARC as a platform for regional development, expressing the hope that the Maldives would play an active role. The acting president and founding chairman of the Inter-Parliamentary Speakers Conference, Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani, held a telephonic conversation with the Speaker of the Federation Council of Russia, Valentina Matviyenko, today. During the telephonic conversation, the acting president extended invitation to her to attend the Interparliamentary Speakers Conference to be held in Islamabad in November this year. The acting president lauded Valentina Matviyenko's leadership in advancing relations between the Federation Council of Russia and the Senate of Pakistan, recalling their past productive exchanges during mutual visits. Pakistan and Iran have decided to further enhance bilateral trade, border cooperation and humanitarian initiatives. This was decided at a meeting between the Minister for Poverty Alleviation and Social Safety, Syed Imran Ahmad Shah, and the Ambassador of Iran, Raza Amiri Muqaddam, in Islamabad today. Both the sides discussed trade-related challenges between Pakistan and Iran, particularly border hurdles and infrastructure gaps. The ambassador said Iran has increased the import of Pakistani rice by nearly 10%. The Minister for Petroleum, Ali Parvez Malik, has stressed the importance of developing a robust strategic communication framework to keep both stakeholders and the public informed about the developments in the petroleum sector. During a visit to the Oil and Gas Regulatory Authority head office in Islamabad today, he also emphasized on digitization to identify sectoral vulnerabilities through effective monitoring and surveillance. Ali Parvez Malik urged OGRA to strengthen enforcement mechanisms and provide a level playing field to all the stakeholders. On the occasion, the minister was briefed about the progress regarding the digitization of the oil supply chain. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. The security forces have neutralized 4 Indian-sponsored terrorists during an operation in Khostar. According to ISPR, the security forces conducted an intelligence-based operation in Khostar district of Balochistan on reported presence of terrorists belonging to the Indian proxy Fitna al-Hindustan. During the conduct of the operation, the security forces effectively engaged the terrorist location, and after an intense exchange of fire, 4 Indian-sponsored terrorists were killed. Weapons, ammunition, and explosives were also recovered from the terrorists, who remain actively involved in numerous terrorist activities in the area. The security forces of Pakistan are determined to wipe out the menace of Indian-sponsored terrorism from the country and reaffirm the nation's unwavering resolve to bring the perpetrators of terrorism to justice. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and Azad Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference and various political and religious organizations have expressed deep grief and sorrow over the demise of veteran Kashmiri liberation leader, intellectual and former All Parties Hurriyat Conference chairman, Professor Abdul Ghani Bhatt. In a statement, the APHC spokesman, Advocate Abdul Rashid Minhas, and other senior Hurriyat leadership have described Professor Abdul Ghani Bhatt's death as a great tragedy and an irreparable loss. They extended heartfelt sympathies to the bereaved family and prayed to Allah the Almighty to grant the departed soul eternal peace. Meanwhile, New Delhi appointed administration led by Lieutenant Governor forced the grieving family of the prominent freedom leader, Professor Abdul Ghani Bhatt, to conduct his burial under the cover of darkness, fearing a mass public turnout. The Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir administration also barred senior APHC leaders, Mirwais Umar Farooq and Masroor Abbas, and others from attending the funeral. 25 Palestinians were martyred by the Israeli forces in their relentless attacks across Gaza today. According to Gaza Health Ministry, over 65,000 Palestinians have been martyred by the occupation forces since October 2023. Syria's Foreign Minister Assad Hassan al-Shibani has arrived in Washington to discuss the lifting of American sanctions on his country. This is the first official visit of a Syrian foreign minister in more than 25 years. And now cricket in the T20 Asia Cup. Sri Lanka will take on Afghanistan in Abu Dhabi today. The match will start at 7:30 in the evening. And finally, the weather report. Rain with windstorm and thunder showers is likely in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Islamabad, Pothohar region, northeast Punjab, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan during morning and the next 12 hours. Isolated heavy falls and hailstorm may also occur at isolated places in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Potawar region, Kashmir and adjoining hilly areas during the period. However, hot and dry weather is expected in other parts of the country. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.